Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to the next series of Hypno Meditations on core values. Core values and core beliefs are often confused. We kind of transpose those two words, and I want to explain the difference because I think it will help you understand your core value even more when we understand what a core belief actually is. So a core belief typically comes to us from our environment. It comes from something our parents taught us or the environment in which we lived, maybe the country, maybe the town. It could come from our friend groups or our teachers. So the idea of a core belief comes from the outside in into our core. We have experienced something or we're told something that we now believe is true. But what it really is a function of conditioning. It is not true, not necessarily true. It is what the fear-based environment decided was true. So a core belief comes from the outside in. A core value emanates from the inside out. It comes from our soul. It is a way that the soul wants to express itself, to be in the world. I would say that our core value, being able to experience and live through our core value, is why we're born to begin with. Why the soul incarnates. It says, I need to be here to have this experience. You could say that your core value could even be the theme of your life. If you were to write a book, the value would be on the cover of the book. That does not mean that your value has to be extraordinary. It can be very beautifully ordinary. When I talk about my core value is presence. I really enjoy and like to experience being present with people. It makes me feel uncomfortable to have a conversation or be with someone when I'm not fully present. It is the way my being feels most integrated, most aligned, most natural to itself. Now, because beliefs and values, one is your truth, your ultimate alignment, and one is usually based in fear, they tend to conflict. So your value held up against a belief system may have at some point got diminished. It may not have been felt to be worthy. And so you start to express this value, this way that you are, this second skin that you are, and people are like, not exactly good enough. Oh no, don't do that. Maybe you were artistic and your family was like, artistic? No, you need to make money. You need to be a doctor or a lawyer, which is totally fine too, right? If your mind is medically oriented or if it's logically oriented, whatever you are is perfect. The point is that you are able to express without judgment that in which you are. That theme of your life can be lived through with complete acceptance. And when it's not, we feel confused. We feel out of alignment. Things feel stuck. And so we want to be able to identify, be able to name, to be able to write down what our core value is, because once we're able to do that, everything else is going to stem from it. Once my core value is clear, it makes my life very simple. If it's not in alignment with my value, I just don't do it. If the person isn't in alignment with my value, then I just don't have to be in their presence. It just doesn't work for me. Not everyone is meant to be with everyone else. There is absolute oneness, but there's also certain frequencies that work better together. That's just the truth. No judgment on any other, just certain things fit better than others. So during this series, we're going to be taking a look at what your value is. We're going to be looking at what has blocked the value, what part of you is splintered off and said, oh no, that's not good enough. Let's try this instead, which has made you feel inadequate or not quite in alignment with who you are. You might feel things like, God, it just never feels right when I do this, but I do it. Or when I'm behaving this way, I just feel so natural. We're going to be looking back to our childhood to figure out what was just coming out of us without question, and at what point did it stop and why. That is what we're going to be looking into this month as we dive deeply into the values of our life and then learn how to live through them deeply to be the best in service of everyone around us. When we are perfectly aligned with our core values, we are perfectly aligned with the planet and why we're here. And that makes it good for everyone. So let's go ahead and begin. Find your comfortable place and your gazing point. And allow your gazing point to have significance to you. It's really nice to stay with the same gazing point because it triggers something. It starts to hold a specific energy for us so that this process of dropping in happens that much more quickly. We are gazing at the gazing point, but you know what? The gazing point is also looking into us. It'll help us slow down and get connected. It'll help us become more natural. And then there'll be a moment when you feel like it's right to close your eyes and go inward. Let's first take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And a deep breath in. And if you haven't already, as you exhale, close your eyes and land inside. I'm sure from our beginning talk that something comes up for you around your value or your confusion with your value. This is just our first meditation together around this topic. So let all the questions rise up, and it's okay to leave them unanswered for now. Just give them space. Give them curiosity, patience. Notice certain thoughts that just feel right to you. Yeah, that makes sense. That feels a certain way, and this other thing, just something feels off about it, if that's what's coming up for you. You might feel really passionate about a certain topic or way of being. You may also feel like certain things that you do are hard and they make you tired. Just notice, notice, notice without needing to do anything at all. Just stay curious. Just stay connected. You can drop in a little more, allowing your mind to relax and your heart to open. Letting answers come to you. Letting just the right questions appear for you. Then you can let sounds of the singing bells take you the rest of the way through. And then when you're done, it might feel right for you to write a few things down. Give yourself 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Just write down some of the questions, and maybe even some answers will come up for you as well. But for now, allow yourself to expand even more the sound, the singing bells.